Hello everybody, it's VG time and I'm back again with another deck profile, and this time we are revisiting the Set 7 Zamasu leader. I was asked in the previous video if I knew of a deck that had a decent matchup against Sen Shenron, and I believe that this is the deck that could do the job. The reason being is that there is a clear win condition here that is very non-interactive that also punishes the deck for doing what it wants to do. So getting into the leader, if your opponent has 8 or more energy, you're allowed to take 4 of their life and put it at the bottom of their deck. That's of course on the awakened side. And then it has the activate main once per turn on the awakened side where you could pay 1 and bounce 1 of their battle cards back to their hand. That's very significant. The other part of it that's significant is the auto when it swings, and this is on both sides, which allows you to look at the top 5 and grab a blue or yellow Goku Black or Zamasu and add it to your hand. So that way you're able to grab all your combo pieces for the deck in order to create a winning condition. We're blue, so we play Beam, we play Dimension Magic. That kind of goes without saying, they're staples. But we also play in 2 copies of Weed's Coercion, and the main reason for that is a lot of decks have very large early threats that they're able to cheat out on energy. This card right here is just a little extra insurance to be able to negate those attacks. We also have Zamasu Sacred Disbelief as a super combo. That card is searchable, so that's why we're going with it. I could see the merits of something like a Zeno super combo or something like that, but I do think Sacred Disbelief is the best in slot. Because we run Sacred Disbelief, we gain access to Son Goku and Hit. This arrivals for a single blue, and it is a blocker that is able to be used multiple times in battle due to its activate battle. Next up we have our Goku Black and Zamasu analogs. So we have Zamasu Cosmic Trader. This card right here, if your leader is a Goku Black or Zamasu, allows you to ramp the top card of your deck into your energy. We really want to play this guy once we're at 4 energy to ramp directly into 5. Barring you hitting a Zamasu Sacred Disbelief or a Son Goku and Hit, of course. The 5 is the magic number of energy that you want to have in this deck. Usually you could get there by turn 4. And help us to make sure we do that, we have 4 copies of the Rose Goku Black, which also ramps us in energy. The difference between the two is that the energy you make off of him goes away at the end of the turn, so you don't really want to use him like turn 1 or 2. You kind of want to wait until you get to the point that you could go from either 4 to 5 or 3 to 5. Then we have our free plays, Undying Link Zamasu and Goku Black Countdown to Destruction. There are 2 of the 3 reasons why the number 5 is important for our energy, because they both have abilities that are linked to that. So Undying Link Zamasu, if you have 5 or more energy, you could pay 4, play it like you normally would, but then you could take 2 life and untap 4 energy, so he becomes functionally free. Similar thing with Goku Black Countdown to Destruction. If you have 5 or more energy, his permanent allows you to just play him from your hand for free. But then his auto goes off where if your leader is a Goku Black or Zamasu, you would draw a card and can't play another copy of him for the turn. Next we have Fuse Zamasu Advocate for Evil. This is the reason why you want to have a Goku Black and Zamasu on the table. This is your Union Potara, and he Union Pataras with a blue Goku Black and a blue Zamasu. But if you have 5 or more energy, you're allowed to use cards in your energy for your Union effect. That's very key. Again, bringing this back up, if you charge a Goku Black early and you get to 4 energy, you're allowed to play this guy using the Goku Black that you charge as an energy to ramp up 1, then use him plus the tapped Goku Black to make this guy right here. He's indestructible, so that's also very strong, but because you have that 4 energy available, you're going to go directly into Fuse Zamasu the Divine Immortal. Divine Immortal is 35k dual attack and indestructible, so he's very hard to deal with, and usually it's enough to get your opponent down to 4 life. Then he has to activate main / battle where you can sack him and put into play Tragedy Overground. And Tragedy Overground is the reason why this strategy is even at all valuable. It is also the card that single-handedly blows out Sin Shenron. Let's just go over its effects. It's a field, and it has a permanent that doesn't allow it to get KO'd by your opponent's battle card effects. And it also has a permanent that makes it so that your opponent, if they play a battle card with cost 4 or greater, that card goes to the energy instead. And then it has an auto that says when you activate it, you can choose all your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and put them into their energy in rest mode. So a deck that goes really wide, such as Sin Shenron, such as Pilaf, various other decks of that sort, get punished super heavy by this card. And decks that do not do that, we're still pretty good because he could stay out there on the board for a while, swinging 35k dual attack and pressuring your opponent's life total. In fact, most of the time you kind of want to stay on this guy until they do overextend, and when they do, you just sack them, make this right here, and then just win the game if you haven't done so already. We have 2 Goku Black Future Decimator. This card right here is it's probably the most flexible card, but I believe it is also pretty key to the combo. You're able to activate main charge them from your hand, but then that's the last card you could charge for the turn, and you're locked into Goku Blacks and Zamasus for the rest of the turn. This allows you to go from 3 to 5, which is key against certain matchups when you're going second. You could go 1 drop Zamasu on 3 to ramp to 4, charge this guy as energy, go into the 5 drop for free, and then pay 4 to go to the Zamasu. That should then give you breathing room to be able to go into Tragedy Overground just in case the board gets too wide for you to control. 4 copies of East Kai, keeping watch. This card right here is pretty clean right now. A lot of people are playing battle cards on their opponent's turns, and this card right there punishes them for doing so. If they do play a battle card on your turn, they have to take a card from their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck. So it's like a pseudo blue hand control. Almost like the blue Dark Power, except for it doesn't have a size restriction. So that's kind of the deck right there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Just in case you guys were wondering what I have coming up next, I do have a total deck profile coming up later this week, as well as my friend Jason's Trunks Future deck, both of which are set 10 decks. Thank you very much. This is VG Time signing out.